Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Mishnah Minutes. In this video we will, Be'ezus Hashem, be learning Mishnayos Berachos, Perek Hey, Mishnah Beis. The learning of this Mishnah should be a schus for Refuah Shalema, for my mother, Esther Fradel Bas Chana. She should be well. She hasn't been feeling well. May the schus of the Torah being learned by her children and the teaching being done by her children be a merit for her. She should have a Refuah Shalema B'Karev. The Mishnah says, Mazkirin Gvurais Geshamim. We mention Hashem's power of rain, the power that Hashem has, that He brings the rains, B'Tchias Hamesim, in the bracha of Tchias Hamesim. So in Shemoneh Esrei, we say Mashiv Haruach U'Morid Hagashem. We praise Hashem who makes the winds and brings down the rains, and we do that in the bracha of Tchias Hamesim, before Baruch Atah Hashem Echai Hamesim. The Rishonim explain the reason why Mashiv Haruach is mentioned in the bracha of Tchias Hamesim is because just like by Tchias Hamesim, Hashem awakens and arouses the dead, so too the rain takes an arid, dead land and it waters it and awakens it and makes things grow. V'shayalin hageshamim, but we ask Hashem for rain. This is a reference to the phrase in Shemoneh Esrei, V'sein talu matar levracha, when we ask that Hashem should give dew and rain that should be for a blessing. So v'shayalin hageshamim, we beseech and ask Hashem for rain, b'berchas hashanim, in the bracha of Barech Aleinu, which is called Berchas Hashanim. And the reason we insert V'sein talu matar levracha in that bracha is because that is the bracha of Parnasa. That's the bracha where we praise Hashem who gives us our sustenance. So we ask Hashem for rain. Rain is what makes everything grow and what gives us our food. V'havdalah. On Motzei Shabbos and on Motzei Yom Tov, we say the paragraph of Ata Chaynantanu, which is a form of Havdalah, right? It separates Bein Kodesh L'Chayil. We make this bracha as a form of the Havdalah to separate between Shabbos and the weekday, or Yom Tov and the weekday. B'chaynein Hadas. We insert Ata Chaynantanu in the bracha of Chaynein Hadas. Now, there are two reasons given for this. One is that Ata Chaynein, that's the bracha of Chaynein Hadas, is the first one of the weekday brachas. So that's the first place in Shemoneh Esrei where we actually see a difference between the weekday and Shabbos. We're now making the first one of the weekday brachas. So that's where we mention Havdalah. Another reason is, like the Yerushalmi says, Im ein deya Havdalah menayin. If a person does not have das, if a person doesn't have knowledge and understanding, then he does not have the perception to understand the difference between Shabbos Yom Tov and the weekday. A person has to be able to perceive that there is a difference between a day of Shabbos, a day of Yom Tov, and a weekday in order to appreciate the bracha of Ata Chaynantanu, to appreciate the concept of Havdalah. Rabbi Akiva Omer, Oimra bracha revius b'fnei atzma. Rabbi Akiva was of the opinion, he said, while we do have to say the passage of Ata Chaynantanu in Shemoneh Esrei to make Havdalah, Rabbi Akiva said it really has nothing to do directly with das. It doesn't directly mention anything to do with knowledge. Therefore, it's not appropriate to be inserted in the bracha of Ata Chaynein. So Rabbi Akiva said we actually have to insert into the Shemoneh Esrei an additional bracha of Ata Chaynantanu for Havdalah. So we make a fourth bracha, Rabbi Akiva Omer bracha revius. We insert a fourth bracha, right? Because the first bracha of Shemoneh Esrei is Magen Avram. The second one is B'chai Hamesim. The third one is Hakel HaKadosh. Now, before Ata Chaynein, we insert a fourth bracha of Ata Chaynantanu into Shemoneh Esrei to make Havdalah. That was the opinion of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Eliezer Omer b'Haidah. Rabbi Eliezer says that we insert it in the bracha of Haidah. That's the part of Shemoneh Esrei that begins with Moedem Anach Lach. It ends with Hatayv Shimcha L'Chadnei L'Haidais. So according to Rabbi Eliezer, we insert Ata Chaynein in that bracha, in the bracha of Haidah. That's where we say Havdalah. And it would be appropriate over there, says Rabbi Eliezer, because that's where we put in other things that are also time sensitive, right? For instance, that's where we insert Al Hanisim on Chanukah and on Purim. So that's also where we would insert Ata Chaynantanu. Thank you so much for joining me for the learning of this Mishnah. I hope you will continue to join me for the learning of many, many more Mishnayos to come. Be well.